answering a bunch of questions. People are always messaging. Okay, it works now, I think. At least my boyfriend said so. So hopefully I don't have to do that anymore, because that was really annoying. I'm sorry. Okay, so sorry for the technical difficulties. I hope everyone can hear me now. Totally comment on here if you can't hear or if anything goes wrong. Okay, so I know not to just keep talking, sounding stupid, basically. Anyways, so basically I'm gonna be doing some voodoo spells. And basically just answering a bunch of questions. People are always messaging me, like, every day, and basically just wanting to talk to me, and, like, I try really hard, but I am just so busy, and sometimes people, like, even that pay, like, have to wait, which I need to make very clear, that sometimes you might have to wait a day or two to make sure you get a spell going, or just everything that I need to do, because I'm also have my kids and all that stuff. But anyways, I'm gonna just be talking a lot about anything anybody wants to hear about, and about my spells and what I do, and showing y'all exactly how it goes down. Okay, I'm not going to really give the specifics of the ingredients I'm using all the time, but these ones are very clear, actually, these ingredients. But anyways, that's basically what's going down. So basically what I'm doing now is I have some tarot cards out, and you don't have to put the tarot cards up for your spell casting area. I only do it because I have a deep connection with my cards, and also these cards are H.R. Giger cards, and he's a really awesome artist. If you don't know who he is, very famous. He created the Alien versus Predator idea, the Alien, basically. And anyways, they're dark cards as well, and what I'm doing is dark energy work for Voodoo, and it doesn't mean that it's evil, it just means that I'm using a darker energy that is more profound, in my opinion, to me. I do like light energy, and I do also do light work and white magic and all that stuff, but for this requires dark energy working. And also, it doesn't, this isn't anything bad. The one I'm going to do right now is called, it's basically to get rid of barriers that are in your life. And, that could be anything. So, like, what I do as a spellcaster is I channel that person's energy, the person I'm doing the spell for, and I think of them and what they need, and I put my feelings into it, and my emotions and their emotions, and in my mind I channel the barrier that is in place, and we kill it, and we make it be gone with the spell and with the entities that I channel to as well. Legba and Shango and all those things are a part of this as well. It's just something that you acquire over time. But anyways, I'm going to get started on this now. Okay, so just going to explain some tarot cards because I know people like that stuff. Right here I have my High Priestess card, and this represents all this anyways in general is just something that I look at while I'm doing the spells. These get me really going. I know that I am the High Priestess. I know that I am using alchemy, in the ancient power of, early spell casting and potion making and medicine making, and I'm channeling that energy, and the universe. I'm calling to the universe to help me, do my job and make people happy and get things done. And then down here I have basically who I'm trying to help and what for. Like I said, so this is barriers. This is barriers be gone. So this is where you're trying to expand strength. We are trying to get the path going in the right direction. These are all the path cards: the moon, the sun, the star and the sun, and then over here justice as well. So it's like we need everything to be very just. We need everything to be good. We need everything to start going correct. We need anything that's negative in the way to just be totally and completely gone. And that's why I like to do really powerful dark energy spells, because they typically don't mess around. The more energy you have that's very heavy, the more it gets things going. And it's the same for light work too. If you're a really good light worker, I'm a light worker as well, but I tend to use dark to do the light as well. I I like to get to the light through the dark and all that stuff and whatnot. But really powerful light workers have the same abilities I have. It's just they do it in a different way, you know? But anyways, so those are my tarot cards right here. I love them so much. And I am going to do a tarot card reading, a live one. I just don't know how yet, so I got to figure out how to do that on a mass level. Okay, so let's get started on my spell. One moment. Okay, sorry, that was paused. Anyways, so also here is a potion I was working on earlier on a live video. I know that a lot of people, well, not a lot of people, but you know, like a lot of people for me were watching that. And let me just show you what it looks like. And this is the one I did earlier. It's got a whole bunch of weird ingredients in it, and basically it just needs to be boiled down now and put into little bottles so I can give them to the people it needs to be, and they can do with that what it needs to be done. Okay? Okay, I need to look at this one first. The barriers be gone. Ask me questions so I can talk and answer questions while I get everything ready for my potion and start doing my potion. Okay, because like I like to answer interesting questions and talk about things that I know what to talk about. What's the spell for? This one is to banish barriers, which covers anything that I'm channeling. Like I think of what barrier needs to be gone for that person, and I banish it basically. And that covers a wide spectrum of things. It just depends on what I'm channeling for that person. What's my name? My name's Tara, but I go by Astral Visions, and it's something I've kind of adapted over time. I just started calling myself that a long time ago. Like when I first got into astral traveling and opening into my astral body, and I got really super into it. And so I guess I just started calling myself Astral from then on there. But anyways, thanks, Daddy. Okay, so let me see this. So anyways, basically what I'm going to do is put this mirror in the bottom of this bowl, okay? Yeah, like, so the spell I'm doing is to banish a barrier, specific barriers, to help moving things in the positive direction, get things going forward, banish all barriers in your way, very, very dark and heavy spell, to make things move in our favor. It's okay, I can see it. Okay, so now I'm going to do, and this one, I mean, I'm just going to say the ingredients and what they're used for, because in some of my other spells, you can't tell what I'm really using, and so that's like my personal secret. My nails too. I love you, Johnny. Anyways, John's watching. Arredondo. Okay, so I'm going to drop these 4 chili peppers into the bowl on this mirror, okay? And yeah, things are a little bit weird. You know, spell casting and potion making. The ingredients are weird. You gotta find them some weird places, and I dig it a lot, especially when it works in my favor. And let me just tell you, you know, spell casting and voodoo and stuff it's not an absolute science. None of this is. It's a gamble. It's like buying a lottery ticket, okay? But let's just say that somebody that has been working energy for a very long time has more power to get things moving than somebody that doesn't. And everyone can do this. You just have to tap into your energy source, okay? Yeah, so anyways. So I got 4 chili peppers on this mirror. And now I'm going to, like, pour the rum. Okay, I got this bottle of rum. A lot of alcohol is used in spells, so that's cool too. And also I got the Kraken. I just love this bottle. This is one of my favorite alcohols ever. It's like super cool, so it's even cooler that I'm using it for this. Okay, and also at this moment, y'all can't really hear me, of course, in my mind channeling, but basically, I'm gonna channel for a moment. It's gonna be quiet, and I'm gonna start. I'm gonna channel to some of the voodoo gods and reestablish my connection with them. And I spoke to them earlier. I know this probably goes over a lot of people's heads, and they just don't, they don't either think it's real or they don't get it. But I've been a channeler for a really long time, and it's something that I really enjoy. And I spoke to them earlier, and I told them that this is something that I really want to do for the long run, and to boost me and guide me in the right direction. And I heard a response, and it was very profound. And I believe that what I'm doing is definitely for my path at this point. So I'm going to channel for a moment. Okay. Here, open that for me. Okay. Okay, it wants me to speak to it some more. And I'm also going to save a little sip for myself. Not because I want to drink it, because obviously that's not going to do much, but because when it's over, like in a lot of spells, you either take a drink of what you're making, or you take a drink of whatever is involved. It's just something that is done, basically. Okay. So okay. So anyways, basically, the part that y'all are gonna see is over with for this. It's a really, really simple one, but it's still like all the energy is basically in what I'm gonna do after the video. I'm just kind of showing y'all like what like some voodoo practices in general. You know what I mean? Some ancient voodoo practices for anybody that's into that stuff. So you got your chili peppers right here on top of the mirror with the rum in the bowl, and I'm gonna put this outside under the moon, under a big tree, and I'm gonna go basically just sit there for like 30 minutes and energy work with it and make sure that the universe is very clear on what I am requesting and that it wants to work with me and that everything is gonna go as intended. Okay, so this one's done. This one is done. I'm gonna put it to the side with my other stuff. Anyways, I'm going to show you guys my ear progress because it's been a week, and I know, I don't know if anybody cares or not, but I want to show y'all anyways because I really love them. So hold on one sec. But I'm not going to show my face because, not right now, but yeah. How do I rest? Okay, hold on. Anyways, this is oh my god, this is a week of healing. I'm hoping that it stays looking this good for sure. It shouldn't really leave any scars that much or look that bad when it's fully and completely healed. Here's my other one. Here's my ear. Sorry, this is weird. Okay, anyways. Okay. Ask me questions so I can talk. Okay, so actually this one requires more stuff, so y'all can watch me do this one too, which I was going to show y'all another voodoo thing, which has to do with a doll, but this one is not, this is not an actual voodoo doll. This is a stick doll, which is also really popular in a lot of ancient cultures. Are stick dolls for spell casting and for rituals and whatnot, and voodoo dolls. I love doing voodoo dolls. They're really kind of hard for me. My boyfriend helps me a lot with them because I have a hard time cutting shapes of humans and sewing things. And I'm really regretting that my grandma didn't teach me how to sew or anything, now that I have to make a bunch of voodoo dolls all the time. But anyways, yeah, my ears hurt. No, I can't really talk much about it, what happened, how the procedure, but my ears did not hurt. The process did not hurt at all. The healing hurt a little tiny bit. It's pretty much over, the pain. Yeah. How long have I been practicing my craft? Like, ever since I can remember. I think it all started around 8 years old. But I didn't start practicing spellcraft until my teen years. But I started talking to spirits with accuracy probably around like the age of like 12 and 13. And before then I had been talking to spirits in general for a long time. And I've struggled a lot with that and a lot of things with that. A lot of private information with that, you know, in general. People that have been into like seeing the dead or talking to the dead or basically just blowing their third eye open at a very young age by force or by something know pretty much what I'm talking about. But anyways, yeah, so I've been practicing for a really long time. And I already did love spell earlier, but I'll save you some love spell potion just because I like you a lot and you're an awesome client and friend. Now, I've met so many cool people doing this, like people that I just love. Okay, so now I'm making, this is called a stand tall doll, okay? It's a very big stick doll, and I'll tell you all a little bit more about it in a minute. We're listening to Tool. It's our favorite. My best friend's here with me. And my apprentice, actually. I'm teaching her everything. She's really good, actually. I'm offering, like, cheap readings, you know, from her right now, and she's going to give her a shot at my regular readings soon. I think she can do it. She's already accurate on every single reading she's done so far. And she's definitely got the gift, 100%. And so that's cool. I'm teaching her basically everything so she can help me. Aww. You know, opening your third eye is a process, and mine's not even completely open. Anybody that says there is, I mean, I don't want to say a liar, but even the Buddhist monks out there on the hills, you know, of like, you know, way out there that sit around and meditate every single day, almost to the point of being able to levitate and whatnot, they are still not even claiming to be enlightened, because number one, the key to being enlightened is to never claim being enlightened, period, ever. That is ego speaking, and ego is an illusion, okay? So anyways, basically, the third eye opening is a process, and there's going to be tons of blocks that you have to get through. And it'll happen all through your life. Like, you know, sometimes I'll be working and I'll do a really good card reading, and my eye will just blow open even more, and I'm like, dude, the power, you know, you feel the power. But there's always blocks up, and I have plenty of my own third eye blocks, you know, that I'm working on too. But anyways, my best friend is going to hold the phone while I start working on this stick doll, okay? And feel free to keep asking me questions while I do this, because I'm just going to be making a stick doll. And I'll do a voodoo doll in another live reading, so y'all can see how that works and goes down. I really love voodoo dolls. I feel so, they're so cute. I feel really attached to them after I make them. Your eye opens and closes sometimes? Oh, for sure. There's times where, well, not anymore. I'm gonna try really hard not to go back to times where I'm not practicing my craft, because the times that I'm not practicing my craft, I'm just not me, and everybody knows that. In my lifetime, I have had plenty of stages where I'll go for a year or less, not working my eye out and working my craft, and it definitely closes up quite a bit, but it opens and closes just like a real eye. How long do you have to keep the dolls? It depends on each one. This one is going to be about for, I believe it's 2 weeks if I'm not mistaken. And this one actually goes on your windowsill, and you stick it in the windowsill and it looks outside. And that's it. I don't know, it's pretty cute. I don't know why these things are so particular, I just know that more often than not, they work. And that's good enough for me, Okay, so I'm going to tie these sticks together right here. Ask me some trippy questions. Stuff about consciousness, stuff about spirit, stuff about reality, anything. I like when I get a chance to talk about things I know. I don't know. Not a lot of people like to talk about that in regular conversation, Okay, this doll is for courage. Okay, this doll is basically to get things moving, for your courage, to stand up for yourself and to other people. Like, let's just say that in your life you have a problem going on where either you need to get up and stand up and make some shit change, or you need to stick up for yourself, or you need to stick up for someone else around you. And it's not just a confidence boost, it's also energy working as well. So it's like, it is going to work things in your favor more so, especially with the dark energy. But this also, is basically just for anything like that, to give you personal power, if that makes sense. Personal power. Okay, I'm going to have you tie a knot because I cannot tie a knot in this. Here. Tie a knot in there. Okay, sorry. Oh, wait, did I end it? No. Okay, sorry, I thought I almost ended the video. I was, freaking out because I really didn't want to end it right now. Okay. Anyways, animal familiars. Oh, you know what? And that's something I need to branch out into. I don't know about, there's some things that I still don't know about and that I'm learning, you know what I mean? Like, I don't even know my shadow animal self. And I know that there's levels of shadow selves and animal selves, okay? Primal animal selves. And I have gotten in touch with a lot of my shadow selves. And that was a wild ride, and that is crazy. But as far as animal self goes, I haven't yet met it. And I know that I'm going to, but I haven't. How do I feel about animal familiars? Oh, familiar. Okay, well, anyways, animal familiars, I guess you're saying, like, in the physical sense. I love it. I have an animal familiar, and it's the cat. And I'm not even really an animal person. I like reptiles, and I like cats, and I like sloths. But I don't really like dogs that much and stuff like that. I don't hate them, of course, whatever. But I just don't like them in my space because their energy is very high frequent, and I'm just like, you gotta relax around me a little bit, But as far as that goes, if you get in touch, in tune with an animal, and there's always animals showing up around you, totally take that as a sign from the universe. Speaking on this, the day I started doing this work at my house, the day I decided to quit my job and just start doing this professionally, a black cat showed up the same day. A black cat showed up in our yard, and And it's just been here ever since. And it just sleeps in my reading room, and it just, like, made itself, like, here. And that's definitely a good sign from the universe. Okay, anyways. I think that if I do have an animal familiar, it's a cat, but I really like sloths, and I don't really know why. And I'm pretty sure it's because I'm a lazy sloth, so I just kind of relate to the sloth. But, I really freaking love sloths, like, big time. Like, I'm gonna have one day. They're not that expensive. You can have one. You gotta get a license to have one, though. So, I don't know, but I really want a sloth. Anyways, I'm gonna remove some of the cards that I don't need for this one. No, you know what? Actually, I'm going to keep all the cards. It's good for this. Anyway, so here's our doll. Very simple. Nothing too major. 3 sticks. Giant sticks. And, I don't know why 3 in particular. 3 is a very good number. I'm assuming that's why. If I have a favorite number, it's definitely 3 or 11. 1 is a good number too. Oh, you know what? Or 0. If any of you are interested, go research into the 0th dimension. If you can wrap your head around it, I think it's something that you'll enjoy. I tried talking about it to my daddy, boyfriend. I call him daddy, and you know he was into it, but you know just like way over his head. But you know it's a really good concept, and it's something that I fully believe in. That the 0th dimension is basically like God dimension, or God flow, which is all and everything, basically, and like a frequency. Okay? Anyways, so yeah, something you should look into if you're into that. So now, for our doll, what I'm going to do is I'm going to tie a piece of string around each of his little feet. I don't know why I said he, I just felt like it was a he. So hold on one moment. No. Let's not burn myself. Okay. Daddy! 0 is the absence of everything, but everything all at once. I love you too. We argued so much about 0 and the 0th dimension. Like, you should have seen us that night. It was hilarious. Okay, but anyways, I'm tying a string to his foot. Right foot. I'm so bad at tying. These nails make it hard to do everything. I'm new to fake nails. The strings are ties. Are the cosmic thread ties to what we're trying to achieve and what we're trying to do. He does not have a little peep. That's a string. Shut up. Anyways, yeah, they're cosmic thread ties to what we're trying to achieve and what we're trying to do. Okay? And also just to hold it all together. But no, everything means something, always. Everything. Actually, I'm gonna need bigger string. Will you go get me some bigger string? I don't care where you find it, just find me longer string than this, too. I'm sorry. Okay, anyways, Katara has to go get me some more string. I need longer string. What is the bitch? Shut up. Anyways, now, this stuff is, like, fairly simple. It has I'm just showing y'all stuff. What really comes down to it is when I go off live video and I do my channeling to the gods and goddesses of whatever I'm doing, and ask for requests and put myself out there as an energy worker and get things moving in an energy sense. You cannot just do a spell and expect it to work. That is why people go to professionals to get spells done. And like I said before, it is not an absolute science or guarantee that it's going to work. All you know is that sometimes it does, and the weird little things that we're doing right now seem to have worked, and that more often than not it works than doesn't. And so that's like the gamble you're taking, you know what I mean? But anyways, can anyone learn to channel? Absolutely. In fact, everyone is gifted, and I was just telling my boyfriend that the other day. Everybody has the gift, but not everybody can tap into it. Okay? Exactly, it is like a prayer, and that's what I try to tell people. Like, it's just praying, but on a very advanced spectrum. So that is why people go to priests. That's why people go to, healers. That is why people do things, because if you're not totally in touch with your inner self, then your energy is not as high as somebody else's to do the energy work that you need. So it is exactly like a prayer, but just in a different format. And that's what I always tell people about spell working. You cannot just go out and buy a candle. You can't just go do this and that and just expect it to work for you without working some extremely high energy and putting your all into it. Can anyone learn to channel? Yes, everyone is gifted. Everyone has a pineal gland. Everyone has the ability to tap into it. It's, some people are born for some reason with it just flowing freely, like how mine was. And then also, I have experienced so many things spiritual and crazy things that have pushed me to the point where I am now today, basically. And to tap in, to start with the very basics, you just got to start meditating is what I would suggest, and that's just the very basic thing you do. There are so many things you can do to tap into your inner self, it's not even funny. So, yeah. But anyways, hold on. Is that the only string you found? Okay, anyways, I know this is a really live video. I'm just, letting people see it that come along, and I'm going to share it, and people can go through it and fast forward or rewind it, or, I really don't care. I'm just doing it for fun and putting myself out there and showing some stuff off and answering some questions. Okay, anyways, so found some string. Oh, okay, so I can do it. Oh, shut the door. I agree. And it's funny. I don't want to, of course I'm not going to admit to doing drugs on here, obviously, but I am aware of, the effects of DMT, and this is something that's being talked about now a lot by people is DMT, and people are so scared to try DMT, and they want to try DMT so bad. It's not scary, number one, and I'm not saying that I know, I'm just saying that I'm aware of it because, whatever reasons, things I hear, just whatever, but I have heard, in quote unquote, let's just put the quotation fingers around heard, that the experiences of DMT are almost exactly like going into an extremely intense meditative session. And I have meditated to the point of being completely tranced out for very, very long periods of time, and for completely leaving my body in meditation alone, with zero influence of drugs or alcohol. And, when shit starts happening when you're sober, that's when you start to really question things, and you really start to question your mind, you're just like, that's weird, Yeah, and I've been seeing all your posts, too, and you have definitely been on, expanding your mind, and I like where you're going, and I'm glad that stuff I gave you is helping the Egyptian potion stuff that I gave you, to channel Anubis. I thought it was a good idea for you, and it seems to be working pretty damn good for you. But yeah, so now I'm going to start tying some string to the bottom of these feet. Thanks guys for watching. I know it's late. I'm going to try to go live again tomorrow and see if more people watch, but all I care about is that I'm doing what I enjoy and showing people things. Oh, 1 minute. My friend has to help me get the string out. I'm having issues. I was thinking of also one day doing, okay, tying to the feet finally now. I never met him, but I don't know if this is real or if my mind is playing tricks on me, but I believe that I've contacted his brother a couple times, and I'm gonna start tying some string to the bottom of these feet. Thanks guys for watching. I know it's late. I'm gonna try to go live again tomorrow and see if more people watch, but all I care about is that I'm doing what I enjoy and showing people things. Oh, 1 minute. My friend has to help me get the string out. I'm having issues. Enjoy some tool jams. That's definitely long enough. Okay, one string. Here. 2 strings. And also, shout out to my awesome boyfriend who has my son right now over at his house after working a long day at work, just so I could do some of my voodoo spells and craft work and get it out of the way. He is so awesome, you know, and he's also doing my best friend's work laundry. He's a really, really good guy, and he deserves respect for that, you know, like, first of all, most dudes don't even let their chicks come see me for card readings. They do it on the down low, and, you know, everything's pretty hidden because guys are, you know, some guys, not all guys, of course, but, you know, some guys are very controlling in that aspect, and especially considering they don't believe in this, or they don't want their wife to hear something that they don't want to hear, which happens quite a bit. But, yeah. I'd like to get some help with this. How far am I from Beaumont? I don't know. My boyfriend would know the answer. He'll comment it, because I don't know how far I am from Beaumont. He had a brother. Unfortunately, his brother passed away, and I never met him. But I don't know if this is real or if my mind is playing tricks on me. But I believe that I've contacted his brother a couple times, and the other day he made a sign to me and showed me a vision of a memory of him and his brother, and it was something that pushed me in the right direction towards thinking that I might actually be in communications with him. But I don't know, it's a touchy subject, and I'm not sure, because, you know, the mind plays tricks on you, and that is something y'all should always remember. The mind plays tricks on you big time, and it takes years of experience to tell the difference between the mind and the ego and the shadow selves and reality and the universe and entities, okay? That is something that is a whole nother level of conversation. I gotta plug my phone in. Hold on. I'm gonna have to plug my phone into the charger, so just chill here for a second, okay, guys? Hold on. Oh, do you want to put the string on? Or just talk about yourself. You can talk now. Okay. I gotta find my phone charger. like doing this work, I am like super antisocial, and I really don't even like human beings. I consider myself an alien most of the time. But, I mean, I love humans. Actually, apparently I love humans more than I think I do, considering every single day all I do is help people all day long. So, I don't know. But, yeah. And doing this work, you have to, like, get over that sometimes being shy, you know? Especially when you're performing a service like this in front of somebody and you're expected to be accurate, you know? I don't know. I don't even know how to do it sometimes at all. Okay, here, hold on. Okay, tying to the feet finally, now. These nails make it so freaking hard to tie knots. I do not understand. I was thinking of also one day doing a live Ouija board session where literally we just allow the board, whatever comes through, to the audience to come through. I think it would be super cool for the people that are totally interested in that. I think it would be awesome to see what kind of comes through on that. I'm assuming we'll get a lot of weird entities, maybe something really creepy. If you're going to be creeped out by it or really freaked out really easily, do not watch, do not join. But otherwise, most likely we're going to get some entity or thing that's got a big ego and wants to speak to the audience and let it know it's mine. So that's going to be fun. That's going to be interesting. I have no fear about these things. I've already done that with those things. So, okay. Tying the nail to one of these, okay? Let's see one. What's this?
I wonder if Jady's thinking about all the crumbs on your bed.
Probably.
Like, come on. Did you see how bad they are?
Okay, so, yeah. Tying this nail, which represents strong, sturdy courage. It's like nailing the hammer on the head, okay? Like, you're gonna drive this into the universe, you know, and weird how all this works, but, you know, just, it does, okay? Not for sure, not all the time, but it does. I spend a lot of time on each one of my spells, too. And the whole entire time, I have that person in mind. And also, when I'm done doing all this just setup work, I spend about 30 minutes thinking, channeling, doing the needed energy work for that person and that spell to make sure that results happen, hopefully. Okay, so that is done up there. And then tying the string to the left foot now. My tool went off. My music went off. I'll fix it.
Is it power?
No, it can't be good. No.
Like, what is that?
So anyways, I guess I'll talk about my next body mod that I'm going to try to do pretty soon. Me and my boyfriend actually are going to get like a face scarification done professionally. And I'm going to do like a really, really pretty feminine pattern coming down from my widow's peak on my forehead to like the center of my forehead where my piercing ends. And that's going to be really, really cool, and I'm really excited about that. I've been wanting to do something to my face for quite a while, and, You know, tattooing, yeah, I will eventually have tattoos on my face, not like ghetto ones, like super awesome ones. But I feel like scarification is really beautiful, and I feel like it's more earthy and tribal, you know. So it's like that's what I want to do first, and I think it'll be beautiful as well. When the scar heals, it's gonna be a really pretty white scar. Oh, tying the string is really hard when you have fake nails. Fake nails are so annoying, but I love them. They're pretty, but they're annoying. Okay, tying a okay, now I'm tying a chili pepper to this foot. Okay? Yeah, that's what I'm doing. And I don't know, just wrap it around the chili pepper, I guess. Why can't I do this? I can't believe it's taking me this long to tie a string around a fucking chili pepper because my fake nails are literally incapacitating my life. It's fucking ridiculous. I don't know how people do this. I can't. You have to do this.
Oh my fucking god.
Oh man. Okay. Okay, 1 minute. Okay, so now we have our stand tall doll finally. No, it doesn't normally take me this long, of course, to do this, but why not? You know, but making real voodoo dolls, not stick ones, takes forever. Me and my boyfriend were up until 5 in the morning the other day making a voodoo doll, and that is just a small one too, and that is some work. So I mean, for real. And I'm so attached to the voodoo doll. Like I want to make so many more. But yeah. Anyway, so here is our stand tall doll. He's done. I gotta do some more stuff with him, and then he goes in my client's window seal, and she does with that. She deals with that part. Okay. But anyways, that's done. Move him over. And I've got to do one more thing to my barriers be gone potion over here. Oh, I'm assuming. Okay, he's making a comment because you said, "Oh my fucking god," and he's making a comment.
Oh my god. JD, stop.
Okay. What? Okay. Anyways, so the last thing. Okay, so now that our chili peppers have been marinating on top of our mirror, which reflects a lot of different things that I put into it, we're gonna take the mirror out. Okay. Can I use a passing person's clothes to connect with that person? No. Actually, I don't even need all that. I've never used an item to connect with the spirit. I use Spirit Board, and then I transfer it to myself. For a long time, I didn't know if I could talk to spirits without a Spirit Board. And then I figured out that it's definitely something I can do without a Spirit Board. It's just a little bit harder. But yeah, I just do Spirit Board, and I transfer it into my mind. And then I can talk to the spirit at any time without the board. Or, you know, it's just easier that way. But the clothes will definitely help, I'm assuming, for sure. Like, I mean, why not? Bring it. Bring it all. Okay, so, where's my Kraken bottle?
What?
My Kraken bottle, so I can... Okay, so now, I'm gonna, like, bash this mirror in. I know that's cool. That's weird, whatever, but, you know, that's just something I gotta do. And that's just something you gotta do when you're a witch. You know, break mirrors all the time. The reason we're breaking the mirror is because we're gonna break the barriers that I have been channeling and thinking of for her, you know? And, after the mirror breaks, I will place a piece of the broken mirror inside this, and then, that will go outside under the moon and whatnot. But anyway, so I'm about to break this mirror, okay? And channel my energy before I break this mirror for her. Okay, that is good enough, because all I need is one little shot.